Welcome back to this work channel. My name is Mohammed, and today we're gonna talk about how to download data from OSM, how to create shapefile and geopackages, differences between shapefile and geopackages, and how to use filter to avoid creating new geodata file. So if you are excited, let's get started. To download data from OSM, first of all, you need to open one of your browser and just type in OSM. So just go to the first link, open a street map, then you will see definitely your area where you're living. So I am in Germany and I really love Stuttgart. So just I will type in Stuttgart. So just zoom in and find a good place. I'm looking for for example, a small area because I don't like to load a large data. So here, for example, this part, here Schladen is a place that I wanted to download the data. Then you go to the upper part, export, and also you can create account. Everything is free. Just click on export and here select manually. So I just wanted to download this part and maybe I want to tell you now something more about OSM. Just let me cancel it. In the OSM, you have many functionalities. For example, if sometime you need to get the street name or house number, you can see when you just clicking on the open a street map, one JavaScript function start loading, and you can see different types of information regarding the street and street names, regarding the building, address of one building, and the type of also the usage of building also is clear for you. And yes, in the future, we will have a good tutorial regarding how we can download the address of the building with using a web crawling and these things. Okay, just first of all, we want to just download this data. Okay, great. Just I will done select this area. Yes, good. All of them are inside. Then you can just select on the export button. Finish. Now you have your data. And now I want to import it directly into QGIS. So I have already opened the QGIS. Great. And here is my download file. You have different types of options for adding the vector data. The most easiest one, the drag and drop, but okay, just let me to do it a bit more professional. Just go to the layer, add layer. It is a type of vector layer, so definitely just click on a vector layer as we discussed in the first video. Then vector dataset. Then I should just jump into my data. So, oh, my data, it was in the download folder. Okay, great. Now here is my data and just push the add button. Oh, here you are. Perfect. And just I wanna open the multi-polygons. I will explain it in another video. What are the differences between the polygons, what are the difference with the multi-polygons, and different type of data. Because when I want to talking about a database and different types of data storing in a database, I will talk in a very deep details there. So just accept it and add your data to your QGIS map. Okay, just close it. Now you can see here we have the data is not perpendicular to your screen. So the first thing that definitely should come to your mind is the coordinate system. So as I told you, we have two type of coordinate system, UTM and geographical coordinate systems. So This one now is a geographic coordinate system because now I'm living the study area is a Stuttgart, so we just use ETRS 89 UTM zone 32, but you can easily find the best coordinate system by a very simple search in the Google, and you can definitely find it, and definitely I'm sure that you know it. Then just I wanted to zoom to layer, just right click on your layer and zoom button. It's a very important thing for the all GIS developer and GIS specialists. When you see a data, just first of all, jump into the attribute table. First of all, it's very important. You have to see all what is your data. So you can take a look at it. So most of the columns are empty, but anyway, the one thing that I really needed is a building. So the one thing is very important is that when you are coming across with the column, so it means that it is a functionality and or it is a usage, and inside it has a different types of values. Here is a good, for example, it is like an apartment, or it is like a garage, or something like this. But the one thing that I don't like it is are the yes values, because now in the QGIS we have the good functionality of the geopackage. So in the geopackage we don't, if you want to work with a true or false or yes or no, so definitely it's Boolean. And you don't need to create a string and give it as a yes or no, but anyway, and this is our data and we have to work with it. So it is one of our tasks to work with a clean or unclean data. So this the first thing that I want to do is exporting those polygons which are buildings. Definitely the first thing that come to your mind is exporting. Okay, we will do that. First of all, I will create a group. So you can add a group by clicking on this button here. So I will write exported, exported by shape files. Okay, good. And then just I will first of all I should select my features. So here in the top you have this button select feature by value. I want to use it select by expression. You have to select all the features and invert the features. The first step we want to use select by expressions. You will see this window. You will work a lot with this window. As I told you, it has many functionalities. So we have two options here. For example, you have already designed your data or database, a structure of your data. So you know what is the name of the columns. Directly, you will just double quote. Double quote means the variable, the column names in there. But don't forget, it will not work with the single quote. Always, if you wanna call a column in the QGIS, you have to write a double quote. Okay, so just you can see it automatically brings a buildings. But in the case that you don't know what is the name of your column, it's easy. It's just go to the field, jump into the building. Yes, here. Just double click on it. You can see it automatically appears here. And if you want to see all the values inside this column, just come here. All the unique values, these will be pop up. So now I want to select all the buildings. So definitely it should be all the features which the value is not null. So just I will write is not null. Great. So I will select all the rows or all the fields that the value is not null. Just select it. Let's see. Okay, great. So just right click on your layer, export, save selected feature as. Okay. The first thing that is very, very important, maybe you don't want to have some layers, just I keep it as a default. And then the format is the as a shapefile. I told you most of the time, not most of the times, always now I'm using the geopackage because it's a light database and it's very, very easy to use. So just let me go to the and always, when you create a new project, it would be better to name it, for example, than if you are working on an area, it's a municipality, it's a city, or anything else. Just for example, now I'm writing it as a project name, like it is a OSM, so I write it the OSM, but you can easily just write the city name or municipality name. Okay, just I create a new folder and inside this view folder, always I write geodata. So it is very important. This structure of your files are very important. Always you should have a folder and beside this folder you should have a QGIS file. And inside it, for example, I want to write buildings. Great. And also the type, the how you are naming the shapefiles are very important. Try to keep everything in the lowercase. And if it has a two parts, so please separate it with underline. Never forever use a special characters or I don't know, and space more specifically because it's very difficult in the future when we want to work with the QGIS, so we will have many problems. Just if you have more than one word, separate it just with underline and keep all the words in the lowercase. It is a very good format and it's easier for the further development. And here we give the EPSG numbers. So here for I will talk about it later because and about polygon, it should be always polygon. Please don't use multi-polygon. I will explain it later for you. Okay, great. Now the buildings has already been exported. Just take it and drag and drop it to the exported by fields. You can see now I have just the building. Maybe we can take other polygons as a land parcel. Definitely, they are not a land parcel, but we can just it is as an example. So again, the same process. Just jump to this button, click on it, and then just the same thing. I think you can now estimate what I want to write. So building, it should be not great. Then in the database part, I want to tell you, for example, what is the difference between the is null or is it correct? Maybe you can write it in the comment section below, but we will elaborate everything in the PostGIS part, PostGIS part. Then I will select it. Great. So now you can see I have already selected those polygons which are not a building. And again, we are exporting it. Save selected features. If you click on the first thing, it will be exported all of them. Save selected features. Perfect. Then I will name it land parcels. Then just save it. Good. UTF-8. And try not to use automate because you, you are a geospecialist. I want to tell you. So just you have to decide each feature has each type. It is very, very important. And if you don't have the control on your geodata, you will have many problems. Oh, I won't forget it. It should be a UTM because it's a small area, so definitely UTM is the best one. Just click on it and parcel is created. Perfect. So let me give some symbology, very simple symbology. So buildings, just double click on it. Let me bring it here. Then you can easily click on a symbol. Just I will give it a light gray. In the next videos, you will have a complete tutorial regarding the different types of symbology, rule-based, categorize, where we want to use it, what are the differences between the millimeter, point, pixel, map units, and when you use uh, these parameters. Okay, apply it. Okay, it's perfect. And the land parcel, they are not a land parcel, but we are signing it as a land parcel. This is just a test data. Then I wanna give it a transparent. So in transparent, you don't have any color. And don't forget, it is totally different, transparent and the white. Definitely you know that, but I wanna mention it because I saw that some people put white instead of transparent, and it's totally wrong because when you are putting it white, so if you have other layers in the back of your land parcels, you cannot see that. Apply, okay, but you can do something like the priority in the QGIS. And for example, you can bring up the layers like land parcels up to the buildings, but it will work with them. With this button, you can deselect the values. Okay, and I don't need this one. Yes, there you go. It's now it looks a bit better. So you have your buildings, you have your building geometry, and done. The next part that I want to explain you now, we want to export all these layers, the same thing, building and land parcel into a geopackage. So, first of all, the same thing I know. First of all, you have to create a group, export it to geopackages. Okay, great. Then I will add it here. The same thing, just click on it, click on select by expression. Definitely the same thing. I think I've already saved is not null. Then just select it. Everything has already been selected. Right click, export, save selected features as geopackage. So it is here. Then just go to your geodata. So I will try to name your geopackage exactly the same as your QGIS file. Maybe this folder name OSM will be different, but try to keep it always the geopackage name save as the QGIS file. So uh, I will again name it as OSM. So here is a file name and here is a layer name. In the database, it will be equal to table name. So it is OSM now, the buildings. Then don't forget about your coordinate system. Again, I will put it on a polygon because I'm sure that it is a polygon. And then just click on OK. Great. Your layer from GeoPackage has already been called and it's created. Just we can close it. There you go. Perfect. Then again, we should deselect it and then again right click and sorry. First of all, we have to select it. Then the same thing, building is not good. Just select them. So 120 features selected, right click on it, export, then save selected features, again geopackage. Then you can see here is your geopackage. Just click on it and click on the save button. Don't forget to rename it. So it should be a land or cells. And I will change the coordinate system, change it to the polygon. Done. So OSM building, but I don't like it. So, and I will tell you now how we can connect our building. So I will remove also these two parts and just let me export again this file as a multi-polygon. You can see now we have two options, but I wanted to export it completely because I want to tell you something later about the filtering and one thing very, very professional. So just the same thing, multi-polygons, then just very fast. Okay, there you go, everything is correct. Good. Then I don't need also this part. Good. And I will remove all of them. And if you want to remove anything, just you can do it like this. So, as I told you, you should go to the browser, and if you don't have the browser, you can easily find it a view and in the panels, the browser. And also you can move it here, you can have it in the top, and also maybe it's now better. So I have a geopackage here. Also, you can create the database and you can add the data in it, or you can, like me, export it and then you can make a connection. It's very easy. Now here is the OSM. Just I'm connected. Now you can see all of your data in it. It's similar to the database. So you see when I'm working with the PostGIS, you see the same thing. Just click on the group and then double click, building will come, land parcel will come. Great. And also now I want to have the same colors. So it's very easy in the QGIS. Just you can right click on it, style, copy, and I want to copy the just symbology, or you can do it all the style category. When we have a tutorial about the fields, forms, you can see it's very easy. Just you can copy paste it, you will have everything. Symbology, then I go to the building, style, and paste. Good. Same thing for the land parcel, at style, I will go to the all the styling category. Because the field names are the same, so when you are copy everything, everything will be automatically set. Great. And then now you can see here it's coming from the shapefile, and here it's coming from the Cuba. And you can see the differences. Here it's a multi-polygon, here is the polygon. I will tell you the differences, but try to keep it as a polygon because you know that what is happening to your geometries, and when you make a special join, it's very, very easy, and you are sure that which feature you has already selected. Now I want to talk about a filter. Yes, it is really good idea, for example, to export different features in a different shapefile or in the different tables in the geopackage. But it's not a clean way. For example, you have, for example, a layer or a table contain different types of, for example, feature types like, for example, land parcel or buildings. You can easily use filter. So let us start. I will create a new group because I click here to create it inside the group. And then just I will rename it as a filter. So I wanna close them. So if you remember in the inside the view package, I create a multi-polygon. Just I will call it directly here, and I don't need this part. Just right click on it, go to the filter, again the same process. I wanna buildings is not just okay. Great. Now you can see you have all the buildings here. It's great. Then also we can check the attribute table, and all the buildings should not be null. Perfect. You can see it works. You have just now one table, just you are filtering it. Now I wanna to create a land parcels. Just pause the video and try it by yourself how you can do it again. One thing that I want to explain it, definitely I'm sure that now you have already done it. So the same thing, first of all, I want to tell you a duplicate. When you are duplicating layer, you're creating somehow it's a copy. But if you see the source of all both of these layers are same. So you can the source is same. So if you change something here, definitely it will be automatically changed here. But I wanna change it now to null. Then just okay. Then now you can see you have the land parcels. Just now rename it very easily. Rename the layer. Now I will rename it to buildings, and I will rename this perfect land parcels. There you go. Then very fast, just copy all the styles. You can see because after a time now you can see it's a bit time consuming. Always you want to copy paste these things. So I will tell you a very good way in the future to save your time. Okay, great. So this is the end to this video. Now you see that how the filtering is working. What are the difference between the shapefile and geopackage? You can see that with the filtering, you can put all your geometries inside one table, inside one layer, and then by filtering and duplicating, you can call them in your QGIS. Thanks a lot for all your attention. In the next videos, we will go to the selecting by location, selecting by attribute, and very deep in other details. Thanks a lot for your time and see you in the next videos.